방향으로 이동しています。옛 기록에 따르면 조선시대의 군사들은 목소리에 맞춰 앞으로
서방 사이의 노이즈 구간들을 추천합니다. 이를 국방시 시점에서 운영하는 방식.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this real?
but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed. When we play our roles and ignore the problems. I like to be away in my patience. Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow. I think I'll chew it.
Orange. I think it's orange. I think this is French vanilla.
For the final section of this video, I'm going to give some hot tips for visiting Seoul. We travelled around Seoul on the subway. There's a great pull-out map of the subway stations and subway lines in the Lonely Planet Seoul books. I had the map with me throughout the trip and would use it to work out which subway lines to take and at which stations to transfer. It was an incredibly helpful resource. I'll leave a link to the Lonely Planet books in the description box. Speaking of public transport, do you need a T-Money card? So we were in Seoul for less than 2 weeks and didn't use public transport every day, so we managed without a T-Money card. We simply purchased single journey tickets for the subway and explored one neighborhood at a time. For example, we spent one day in the Gangnam area, another day in Anguk, that sort of thing. And once you've finished your train ride, be sure to insert your single journey ticket into the refund machine to get your 500 won refund. There is English signage on the machines, and we were very grateful for that. Do you need Naver Map to help you navigate around Seoul? We didn't get around to installing the Naver Map app before our trip, so we had to do without it, and we managed okay. We did use Google Maps every now and then to give us a rough idea of the direction we were going. A lot of the time we took a chance and just started walking in a certain direction and course corrected as we went along. Finding your own way around is part of the adventure of travel. But if you want to be precise with every step you take, install Naver Map beforehand. This next tip is something I recommend for whatever city you happen to visit in the world. And that is to do a double-decker bus tour, if possible, at night. When you're using, for example, the subway, it can be hard to get an overview of a city. Doing a double-decker bus tour is a great way to get the overall vibe of a place. We took the Seoul City Tour bus night tour and just sat back and relaxed and enjoyed the 1-hour ride. Try to do this early on in your trip, because if you see something that looks interesting, you can make time to come back to that place later in your trip. Where to base yourself in Seoul. This depends a lot on the places you plan to visit. You don't want your accommodation to be far from everything. For us, we decided on Dongdaemun, and I loved the location. We were close to DDP, Dongdaemun Design Plaza, and the nearby Duta Mall, which had great food options in the basement. The Seoul City Tour bus night tour also departs from DDP, so that was convenient too. Overall, Dongdaemun felt less crowded than other parts of Seoul, which for me was great because I like my personal space. What are the best buys in Seoul and South Korea more generally? As everyone is into different things, this can be a bit hard to answer. There was lots of clothing for sale, but I know finding the right size can be tricky. I was hoping to get a water bottle from Starbucks with all sorts of Korean motifs on it, but couldn't find one. Maybe that was because we traveled in October, which is a slightly cooler time of year, so they're generally not selling a lot of water bottles. There was a lot of Korean skincare for sale and lots of Olive Young stores. Stock up on some sheet masks and the chocolate-coated pretzels. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps my channel.